we are live. Waffle board breaks Sunday nights, double box break extravaganza. Hello, everybody. Everybody, there's only one unsold spot, and that was Jay Gensel for some reason, who got his 40th goal tonight and his league leading 16th or 17th power play goal. The Bolts whooped up on Buffalo in the second and third periods after being down 2-1 at the end of the first. So it was good to see them on home ice. And then, of course, Cooch, since McKinnon's sitting out his last games, Cooch has tonight and two more games left to play. And he was tied with McKinnon, though he did have 34 goals to 32. So technically he would have won the Art Ross by goals. But he got rid of any kind of complaints for anybody. He added 2 goals and assists tonight in the second and third periods, and he was pretty sharp. He's been sharp the last couple games. Seemed to be pushing the last couple games, but he was really on tonight. Both of his goals are beauties. One was a steal, one was a follow-up on his own rebound, and then he had an assist on a gorgeous Gensel's 40th. Gensel had 2 goals tonight to get to 40. And Point's playing well, too. He's just not getting the goals aren't going in. He had an empty net basically on a gorgeous setup from Cooch tonight, and he hit it off iron, which was unlike him. But like I said, I mean, these guys are world class. You can see when they're upset with themselves. You could hear it in the arena. You hear them cursing as they went back to the bench. I'm not sure who it was in line, but I'm assuming it was Point. Hagel, of course, had 2 more assists tonight, and he's had a unbelievable season. I think he might be like 10th or in the 12th in the league in scoring tonight. Obviously, he's got a couple more games to go as well. We're not sure if Coop's going to rest anybody. Though they have the Panthers on Tuesday, which is probably going to be deciding where the playoff seeding is, and then the final game is in New York to end the season. So they may rest people up for the New York game if it's not needed. But obviously, they're still fighting. They can't catch Toronto, but they definitely want to finish ahead of Florida in the playoff battle. And Florida's got 2 points left, 2 games left as well. One against Tampa, so that's going to be a huge game. That'll decide what Tampa can do in the final game in New York. But like I said, it's coming down to the wire. I mean, pretty much this playoffs are the seeds. I mean, the seeds are up for grab, but the playoff teams are almost 100% locked up now, I believe. I don't know what was keeping Montreal from grabbing the 8th seed. I don't know what mathematically they could have happened to them, because I don't think – didn't look like they could catch the Rangers couldn't catch them in points. But, I mean, I think there must be some reason that didn't have an X next to their name in the standings. But they look like they're probably going to get the 8th seed. Ottawa's definitely in. The 7, obviously the Devils are in. And, you know, the East is looking – the playoff teams are looking pretty solid. Obviously, Buffalo missed the playoffs again. My boy Jeff Skinner finally made the playoffs out there in Edmonton. He's been playing pretty well, even with McDavid and Dry hurting the last couple of weeks. And then McDavid's had like 5 points in the last 2 games. Yeah, they get 4 assists last game, and then he has at least 3. Then he has 1 tonight, I think. So he's getting healthy at the right time. They said Draisaitl will be back for the playoffs. So that team is going to be, I mean, obviously they have the firepower if they can get everything to fall their way to make another run. We'll see. The West is pretty stacked with Vegas, Dallas, Winnipeg, and of course the Kings. And then you got St. Louis is on fire. So that West it's going to be a tough path. I mean, we'll see who survives from there to get to the East. But obviously Toronto's playing great in the East. But we've seen what they do in the playoffs, which is not much. But we'll see what they can do this year. This might be one of the last chances for that core. They might have to break it down soon. We'll see. The team has got some high-priced superstars. And, I mean, look at Nylander and Marner and Tavares and Matthews and Riley. I mean, that's pretty insane at the top of their roster to have those 5 guys making basically $10 million each or more. So we'll see if they can keep that going, but see if they can get any playoff success on top of that. But like I said, Washington, obviously, Ovechkin's out of the game, came back out of the game, got a goal tonight. So he's now 2 ahead of Gretzky going into the last game. That might be, I don't know if there's their last. They may have 1 left. But so this week, just like last past week, Tuesday and Wednesday. So make sure if you're not watching with the sound, you definitely see that Facebook Tuesday and Wednesday. So when we're done breaking tonight, I will redo the spot price preview for these two boxes coming, which will be 425 and 426. And that'll be Tuesday and Wednesday Facebook claims. I'm not going to be here the end of the week, so we're not doing Thursday this week. Next week, we'll go back to Thursday. Next Sunday will be the last double box before before the reload goes in. That's how close we are. Like we're at 28 and 27 tonight. Oh, no, is that where we're at? Let me see what we got. 30 and 29 tonight, 28 and 27 this week, and of course now we're down to 26 and 25 next Sunday. That's the last double box before the reload goes in. We've hit some big monsters. We still have a lot of big monsters left to hit. I know a lot of people have we've missing some people, some regulars not been involved. Obviously, a couple of regulars came back, grabbed some cheapies tonight. I see Sonic is back, grabbed some cheapies. Big Al's got his spots. Pretty good crowd. Obviously, Shirley Mike A's here. Ryan S. I believe grab a spot. There he is. Derek's got some spots. Thomas M's got some spots. CK's got some spots. Let me see what else we got. Tim K's got some spots. Mike H. Nick F. Shirley Mike A. Steve S. Let me see. Jason M. Jason has been hot. He hit the big jersey last week. Let me see anybody else. Like I said, Sonic is back. He's in the area, so he can actually grab some spots. And that's it. So it's a pretty good crowd. Like I see, like 10 to 11 people, I think, different owners. Obviously, only 30 spots tonight. And then, like I said, we're getting down into the 20s after today. So it's gonna be tough grabbing the spots on Facebook. So make sure you guys are ready. 8 p.m. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Wednesday for those two boxes. So we'll break those two and get us right down to the mid-20s for the weekend. So that's going to be fun. Like I said, there's a couple games late tonight. Obviously, there's not too much to battle for these last couple late games. Obviously, it's good to see some young players play on the teams not making the playoffs, and it's good to see teams getting themselves ready for the playoff run. But obviously, next week is the end of the season. We have games going until Thursday. I know Tampa's got Tuesday and Thursday. I think Tuesday's a pretty packed schedule. I think there's games on Monday as well. And then, of course, Wednesday and Thursday are finishing up the regular season. And then we'll be right into the playoffs just like that. I think next weekend might be the playoffs will start. I'm not seeing the schedule yet for the playoffs, but we're getting there. So let's see if anybody else wants to stop by live. Obviously, there's I'm not sure how many other people are breaking this evening, but of course, not as many people obviously on the Sundays. But like I said, that's just a reminder. There, what up, Dale? Nothing is open, Dale. No, we just had one spot that was open that got posted and that was clean. That was the Jake Gensel. For some reason, no one grabbed the spot on eBay, and I had it up there and it got grabbed by Nick F. So that's the only spot. But definitely, if you want to get around and grab spots on Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Thursday, definitely will be a chance to grab spots with the boxes down into the 20s. So like I said, it's 30 and 29 tonight. And it'll be 28 and 27 Tuesday and Thursday. So I know, Dale, you're always good for a spot here and there when you can get them. So we'll see what we can do. But we'll see. Like I said, a little bit different crowd on the weekdays. But, yeah, no Facebook. I understand completely. I understand. But, that's always where I post the unsold. I mean, until, if nobody grabs it, of course, they'll be here to be claimed on the live feed, which, very rarely happens. But every once in a while, I do have a spot. When we go live here last week, I did have spots when we went live. So just keep an eye out. Like I said, when I do go live, definitely check in, see if there's spots live to be claimed, and I'm more than happy to have you guys grab them. So, but we'll see. Like I said, it's going to be fun tonight. Yeah, like I said, I'm glad for you guys to grab. You guys are always good. I always, give a little discount, and you have to get spots up here for you guys to grab. I never want to have any spots open. I'd rather have, somebody grab one, even if I have to discount a couple bucks here or there. But I'd rather not have it claimed for myself. Like I said, if I had anything, the chances are I'd either random it to the other spots or, depending on what the spot is, I might keep it for a reload. But as of right now, I'm doing pretty good. Like I said, I think I have at least 15 spots already filled for the reload. Not everything's in hand yet, but I think I have at least 15. Of course, always looking to grab a spot here or there before as we get closer. And of course, I have about 4 or 5 backups to stuff that's already boxed up. So if the randomizer hits one of those, I may have something that perfectly fits. It might not be the exact same jersey, but it'll be a variation, sometimes an alternate or even a different team. But I don't like to put the same person there twice. So it's the reloads looking pretty fun. So like I said, there's a couple higher names, a lot of good mid names, some new names, some new jerseys. There's actually going to be a custom, which is pretty cool. So I'll show you that as we get closer to the reload. But it's definitely one of the ones you got to get a custom. There's no other way to get this, but it's pretty cool. It's a hockey. They're hockey players. It's not a celebrity jersey or anything like that. But it's gonna be cool. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to seeing getting this reload ready. And like I said, until then, we'll be working to break stuff as we get down there. Obviously, since I didn't want to push it up, I wanted to keep it 2 weeks from now because obviously I'll be out the end of this week anyway. So it's not all the stuff I need to do, whether it's the boxing up video, whether it's getting the jerseys boxed up and labeled. I don't rush into that. So I'll be doing that 2 weeks from now. So let's see. We got 5-6 people in here. So it's about half the people. I know some people watch on later. There's a couple people definitely that are not home and will watch it later. Some people are either breaking. I'm not sure if Big Al, if he's breaking live right now. I think he usually does on Saturday. But some of you guys are definitely watching it in a replay. But so let's get going. I don't want to wait too long. I want to wait, sit here. So let me go. Let me get my randoms up. Let's see. Where's my dice roller? And my lists. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, there we go. Let's get this going. Okay. So, of course, we're going to do 2 boxes. As you guys always know, 5 or more on our dice roll for the first box. Then we back that number out from the list. So then we'll have 29 on the second roll. So 30 on the first roll and 29 on the second roll. So we'll back that number out. So here we go. I got our boxes. We have 3 single run boxes. That is boxes 60, 95, and 3. If you guys are claiming those spots or winning those on eBay, you probably have a pretty good idea what's in those 3 boxes. Then, of course, we got 2 for the next run. Then we have 8 and still 12 from the 14 in the reload. So or the 16. We did 16 reload, still 12. So we hit 4 from that reload, but still 8 from the previous reload. Only half of those boxes have been hit. Then 5, 2, 1, and 1. So good luck, everybody. Like I said, I don't root for or against anything. I love to see everything come out, whether it's a new box or it's an old box. I just like to see you guys get happy that you finally hit your spots. So let's see. So 5 or more on our first box. See what we got. 4 is no good. 5 or more on our first box. 9 times. So 9 times, guys. Let's do it. And they're all there. There we go. 30 boxes. That's 1 random. 30 boxes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the box we're going to open first is going to be box number 29. There it is, 30 boxes, 9 times. Box 29. Okay, let me see. 29. Make my notes. 29. There we go. Okay. Let's back that number out. Take them off the list. Box 29. There it is. Konskis. Okay. 5 or more again. See what we got. That is 7 times. So we did 9 and now 7 with 29 boxes. Good luck, everybody. See what we got. 1, 29 boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the second box we're going to open tonight is going to be box number 50. 50 it is. So 2 not reloads, but they're one's from the last reload and one's from the reload before that. 7 times. Box 50, 29 boxes. Here we go. 7 for 29 and 50. Okay. So 50 it is. Okay. Whew. We got some good stuff in these runs. Good stuff in all the runs. Let me get rid of box 50. 50 it is. 29 and 50. Okay. Just a reminder, if you're not watching with sound, we're doing Facebook on Tuesday and Wednesday. Nine. 50. Messing up a little bit. Still got a U. Still got 7 on the side. So I probably could drop 3 more over. I'll probably do that. So I'll leave just 4 on the left. There we go. We just got 7. We have 4 on the left. And then everything else, the other 24 will be in the middle. So here we go. Good luck, everybody. Box 29. Good stuff in this run. Okay, here we go. Life out of the way. Don't want to stab myself. Box 29. Box 29. See what we got. Box 29 is going to be. This is an absolute beauty. Sebastian Aho, Adidas. Sebastian Aho, that's an East Coast COA. Damn, there it is. It's a pretty big monster. Sebastian Aho. We had a waffleboard breaker from Finland was chasing this for quite some time. Obviously, he didn't get as much love recently, but there it is. East Coast COA, Sebastian Aho, superstar for the Carolina Hurricanes with the A, of course, fight strapped up. That's an absolute beaut. There it is. Fight strapped up. Sebastian Aho. Big time hits. Big time hits. Aho comes out finally. Been there a while. Congratulations on whoever has the Aho spot. I'm not familiar yet with the eBay spots. That's an absolute beautiful monster. I know we've been people have been chasing that for quite some time. Beautiful SIG. Blue SIG on the Aho Adidas. Here we go. See what we got. See if we can keep it going. Box 50. Box 50 is going to be another monster. Let's see what we got. Box 50. And it is a monster. I was feeling it. Back-to-back monsters. This one's a beauty. CCM Alexis Lafreniere. Number 11, New York Rangers. But this is his junior. QMJHL. Rimouski. Unbelievable. CCM. Look at that. Look at that. Monster. 2 monsters. Just like that. Boom. Boom. Heavies. Look at that. There we go. QMJHL. Made in Canada. Love the logo. CCM styling. There it is. QMJHL. CCM. There it is. That's an absolute beauty. Absolute monster. See if you can one up the Aho, and you may have done it. Rimouski with the boat sharks on the sleeves. Look at that. There we go. Beautiful sleeve patches. And that is an upper deck COA. Man, you can count on if you can hit 2 better hits than that tonight. Absolute monsters, guys. Absolute monsters. Upper deck COA. There it is. Replica Rimouski Oceanic white CCM jersey, autographed by Alexis Lafreniere. Upper deck. Can't do better than that. Congratulations. Look at those 2 monsters. Let's see what we got. See what we got. We got Aho is going to Big Al. Congratulations, Big Al. Swooping in and grabbing that spot. I know, like I said, that's been traded hands a couple times. So, and then, of course, with our Lafreniere, that goes to CK. Big time hit for CK. He's been hot elsewhere, starting to get hot here too. So there we go. No complaints. Either of those two winners. Absolute beautiful monsters. Congratulations, both you guys. Fantastic hits. You guys have been chasing those. Obviously, Aho's been chased pretty much from the day one he's got in there. The Frenier, absolute beautiful. It's not a pro, but it's got the CHL logo on the bottom. Absolute. I can't believe it. Two beautiful monsters coming out. So, of course, I have to get the spot price preview up for Tuesday and Wednesday. And, of course, I got to get the stuff entered for next week. But that's an absolute monster Sunday. Aho and the Frenier. Can't do better than that. That's amazing hits. Congratulations, both you guys. Sorry for everybody that did not hit. Of course, your odds have now gotten even better. We're down to 28 boxes left before the reload will go in. Not even, no, 28 boxes left. 6 more before the reload. We got 2 Facebooks this week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Then double box next Sunday. Then 2 Facebooks Tuesday and Thursday next week. So 6 to go before the reload is in. We're down to 28 total boxes. So don't be shy. Grab your spots. You can see these monsters come out. This is the time to hit. Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. So good luck. Congratulations, guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you back here on Tuesday. Thank you much. Waffleboard Breaks. Take care.